Peace, citizens of the World Wide Web. It's your boy, Mr. 13, and I'm back with another edition of the Sit Down. Today, I got my very good friend with me, Mr. Roger A. Franco, host of The Conversation.
Yeah.
And we're going to discuss some of the things that we know about the Epstein list. It's a hot topic that everyone is talking about. So, Mr. Roger Franco, I usually call him Legacy Star because that's it. That was his rap name when we was partners as rappers. If you didn't know that,
Yeah.
That's a little story we have to revisit one day. But
story for
how you
another
been?
Day. I'm good, man. I'm chilling. You know what I'm saying? Thank you for having me here. I appreciate being a guest on your show again to discuss this topic. But everything's good, man. I'm chilling, man.
That's good. I'm glad to hear it. Let's get right to it.
Yeah.
Recently, they have been claiming to release a list of names that are associated with Jeffrey Epstein. Jeffrey Epstein is a former financier who was accused of lots of sex crimes and was guilty of soliciting a minor at one point and committed suicide. Allegedly. And this list, I was looking over it. It has a lot of celebrity names. Not every name is supposedly associated with his island. Some of them are just mentioned in passing.
Yeah.
Have you seen the list?
Yeah, I've seen the list. I've seen some of the names on the list, and they're saying that, although people may have gone to the island, that they may not have participated in, some of the activities that have been going on there. But I don't know. That sounds kind of suspect, because if I know somebody is, engaging in some type of sick type of behavior, I'm not going to want to be around that or associate that. But, that's, they're obviously at a higher level, celebrities is a secret club. So I think, maybe it was like, oh yeah, we got to go to Epstein's Island for this party, man. I don't want to go, but that's where everybody's at. If we want to get in, if we want to connect and network with people, I think we got to go. So I think for some of the people, it may have been that. And
that sounds desperate.
Yeah, I mean, hey, people are desperate for fame and power and all that type of stuff, and to be around certain types of people and to be part of that in crowd. So it could have been like, yeah, if you want to, meet the movers and shakers, come to Epstein's Island this weekend and,
suck a little cock.
I'm not saying you got to do anything, just go,
ass,
and
spread them cheeks and you'll be successful. Hey. Listen, that's allegedly. Let's stop joking. Let's stop. Allegedly. Nobody has been confirmed to have done any of these things that I'm saying, but
like I look, one person, his name has been mentioned. It's hard to believe. Well, I shouldn't say that. Anything's possible. But Stephen Hawking.
Oh, yes. Yes, Mr. Stephen Hawking has been allegedly named. Well, not allegedly. He's definitely named in the documents.
Right.
I've heard some rumors behind his name. Did you hear anything? Did you read anything?
Nah, I'm just saying. Well, he definitely was there, but it's not been confirmed that he engaged in any type of activity. And that would have been I shouldn't say it would have been interesting, but
how would he have
engaged? But,
listen, that's my question. I'm seeing memes and I'm seeing things online and they're accusing him, and I'm just like, well, how would he engaged? But you know what?
I mean, I don't know.
People are creative.
Hey, he was a prolific thinker, so maybe he came up with some futuristic type of thing to satisfy himself. Who knows? But, so I've also seen Bill Clinton, obviously. They're claiming he was engaging in stuff, and he made comments that he likes him young and all this type of stuff.
Yeah, Bill Clinton, they are saying, is named the most throughout the documents.
Yeah.
And he's denied being involved in anything with Jeffrey Epstein. And, everybody's innocent until proven guilty. So we'll just leave that there. But Bill Clinton's named a lot.
Bill Clinton named there. I seen Beyonce and Jay-Z.
Yes.
Now, for all the Beyonce lovers out there, Beyonce fans, what are you going to do if it is verified that she partook in some of that, illicit behavior? And Jay-Z, how would y'all feel? Because I know, you can't speak bad about Beyonce to some people, because they take it personally.
I just thought something crazy. They're like, well, you want to be the biggest star, right? Yeah, okay, all right. Go into that room on the left. And then she opens it up, and it's Stephen Hawking.
Hey, you never know.
What's up, bae? What's up, bae? Oh, man.
Yeah, man. I mean, stuff definitely went down on that island, but,
Well, they said he committed suicide.
Right.
And I did read an article. I can't remember. This was about a year and a half ago. And it was a Russian. It was from a Russian news outlet. And they were claiming that there were bank accounts in Israel that were associated with Jeffrey Epstein, that they were dormant for years, and that they went live weeks after his supposed suicide. So they were following the money.
Follow the money, and
And so the rumor is that he may not be dead. He could be out there.
Because if you really think about
Tupac Shakur on another island.
No, they're underground somewhere. But, if you really think about it, I think the real list, there's got to be a real list that has everybody on it.
Yeah.
And it's world leaders, politicians, all of that. So, obviously, they're going to do everything within their power to protect that. So, maybe this list that came out now, which names celebrities and all of that, that's to throw everybody off. That's to, because, they're top celebrities, but in the eyes of the elite, they're, expendable. So, yeah, let Diddy get
the people who are
now.
lurking in the shadows.
You know what I'm saying?
Real movers and shakers.
Yeah, because,
they're letting that.
Yeah, they're letting that happen. Because from what I read, it was a judge who allowed for the list to be released because
the judge's name is Loretta Prescott. She's a judge from New York.
Right.
And she was the one who decided to release the 500-page document or something like that. I'm not exactly sure. I think it's 500 pages, but these are the names that were in those 500 pages. So the thing for me is, like, they don't confirm who's guilty and who's innocent. You're going to have to go and read the documents for yourself. And the media is just putting names out. They're not really giving you the context behind each individual on the list.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like I heard, they said, Michael Jackson has been named, but they're saying he didn't do anything. He was just there.
They said Donald Trump went to dinner with him, but supposedly he wasn't on the island.
So, it's like they're telling us nothing by telling us everything.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like I said, that real list of powerful people is out there.
This is the list that I have that I was able to pull up on the Independent website. It's a UK publication. I guess Miss Maxwell, we already knew about her because she's in jail still.
Yeah.
Yep.
I think she's serving like 20 years.
Prince Andrew, who at one point stepped down from his royal duties.
He's guilty, I think.
Yeah. I mean, he was sued in court by an entire other person that was associated with the both of them, Jeffrey Epstein and the lady. Bill Clinton, Donald Trump, but like I said, I read somewhere that he actually didn't go to the island. Hillary Clinton, David Copperfield, John Connolly, Alan Dershowitz, Leonardo DiCaprio. It's a long list, so I'm going to be here a minute. Al Gore, Richard Branson, Stephen Hawking, Ehud Barak, Michael Jackson, Marvin Minsky, Kevin Spacey, George Lucas, Jean-Luc Brunel, Kate Blanchett, Naomi Campbell, who we know is a freak, right? Because you remember that Madonna book?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, she was freaking off in that book. Yeah. Naomi Campbell. Shout out to her. Heidi Klum, Sharon Churcher, Bruce Willis, Bianca Jagger, Bill Richardson, Cameron Diaz, Glenn Dubin, Eva Anderson Dubin, Noam Chomsky. Shit, this is long as fuck. Tom Pritzker, Chris Tucker, Sarah Ferguson. Ooh, this guy is actually running for president right now, too. His name is Robert F. Kennedy Jr. I kind of like some of the things he says, and I'm hoping that his name is on the list, and he's one of those people that didn't partake in any illegal activities. John Michael Ostrich, Juan and Maria Alessi, June, I don't know, I can't even pronounce that. You're lucky, so you won't be named here. Bella Klein, Leslie Groff, Victoria Bean, Rebecca Boylan, Dana Burns, Ron Ebinger, who was a known sex trafficker. It has it right here listed next to him. Known sex trafficker. Wow. Daniel Estes, Annie Farmer. Annie Farmer is a victim who accused Epstein of sexual assault. Farmer's sister, Maria Farmer, who also accused him. So these are just names that are in the list. There's no real clarification on some of them, which is kind of whack.
Yeah, man. I think,
I'm going to stop because there is a lot of names. It's like another, I'm guessing there's 500 pages, so it would be.
Snoop Dogg on there?
I don't see him on here yet.
I'm sure he went there.
Yeah, I mean, someone told me Eminem's name was on the list, but it's not here. So I guess that was incorrect. Shout outs to M.
Snoop Dogg and Martha Stewart, they both went together.
You know they went?
Nah, I'm just saying. That's speculation.
So those are the names on the list. And for me, it's like they keep focusing on the specific ones like Stephen Hawking, Bill Clinton, Leonardo DiCaprio, Bruce Willis. These are the people that they're kind of trying to hang out to dry.
Yeah, but what are they doing, though? Like, what's happening? Are they investigating? Are they, bringing charges against anybody? So, again, like I said, they're telling us nothing by telling us everything. They released the list so we focus on all the names. But where's part 2? What's going to happen now?
What happens next? What do you think should happen next, man?
Well, I think, so the list, from what I understand, was released based off of testimony from the victims, one of the victims or a couple of the victims.
I think it's, I wrote her name there, Virginia Giuffre.
Yeah. So I think based off of, her testimony or whatever, they got to start to investigate. And they got to start to follow the money, do the paper trails, all of that to figure out who's who and who did what, and then prosecute. It's going to be if they were going to do that, it'll be a lengthy process. This is not something that's going to happen overnight.
Yeah.
But I don't hear any of that happening. It's just for shock value. The list gets released to distract us from other things. And, again, what are they really doing with it? Like, besides dangling in front of everybody, yeah, the list is out. Look and see your favorite artist is on.
We're not going to clarify what anyone did, but you got to look for yourself.
Right. But then what happens after that? So like I said, there's some really powerful people, in my opinion, that are involved in all of that pedophilia, sex trafficking, child shit. And obviously they don't want to get caught. So they're going to do everything they can to throw people off and point the finger at other people. And the other thing I think, too, is that there are different factions that are positioning themselves for power.
Got you.
So it could be, and they all are part of, that upper echelon. It could be that, a new power struggle is going on behind the scenes where a certain group that's associated with pedophiles are being exposed. So now there could be a changing of, that power structure. They say if you really pay attention to what's been going on since the beginning of the year, a lot of quote unquote truth has been revealed. Like, I don't know if people have seen that the underground tunnels in New York City under the synagogue, and they found soil mattresses and all this type of stuff. So it's like, yeah, when they were
soiled, like with sexual sex.
Well, either that or like bodily fluid. So they're saying like they kept children in the tunnels, and
really,
that's what they're saying. But it's so weird to me the way the people in the synagogue are trying to protect the tunnel and keep it quiet. Like, what is that for? So again, I digress, but it could be I think it's a power struggle that's happening at the top level, and they're exposing what's happening. So now that power structure would crumble, and now the new one is going to be built. That sounds it's kind of crazy, but that's what I think was happening.
I mean, who could be the new power structure? I mean, we are in an election year. It's good to associate certain people from certain parties with certain things so that people can steer away from voting for those people from that party.
Though, the one thing that I'm hearing consistently now from people is how much they dislike the Democratic Party.
Yeah, the Democratic Party is doing a shit job right now, man. They are blowing it when it comes to immigration.
Man,
they're blowing it when it comes to their foreign policy and allowing bombs to be dropped on innocent civilians.
Exactly.
And so a lot of people don't like, let's say, the president.
Yeah. I mean,
specifically.
Excuse me.
He is old. He is always having gaffes on the mic. LLJ Cool J. He had a speech where that's why he called, and then he called him boy.
Yeah, I remember.
He proceeded to call him boy. They're fumbling the bag, and they're making it a very easy road for Donald Trump to come in and take the election.
I'm telling you, man.
And that could be the new power structure, and that's a scary thought.
Yeah,
that's a scary thought because he is a white supremacist, allegedly. He already tried, to amp up his followers to overthrow the government and supersede the vote.
Right.
So for me, that's crazy because I just wonder how is this man allowed to even still run for president?
Well, for me, it's scary because to me, he's just a con man.
Yeah.
And, he's dealing with, one power structure today. He could be dealing with another tomorrow. He's unpredictable. And I think he knows what he's doing.
He's also a chess piece. So that's the thing that gets me is that people who follow Donald Trump, they swear, oh, he's not about the establishment. He's about us. And to me, I'm like, no, he's another piece of the puzzle that they're maneuvering on the board. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
And marching us down a road.
Yeah.
A dark, ugly road.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. We really just went left on that.
I know, right?
We went from Epstein down to the presidential race to an ugly road with Donald Trump. It's the lesser of two evils. Do you vote for Donald Trump or do you vote for an old man who's incompetent? Like, so for me, it's like, wow, who does that? Like the Democratic Party can see that this man is not capable of running the country anymore. He needs to sit down,
right,
and retire.
They got him out there still.
Yeah, they got him out there still, and it just seems like a setup.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying.
It seems like a setup.
It's getting people to turn away from the Democratic Party.
Yeah, and, but that's a good thing too. It sucks because the choice is Donald Trump, but the Democratic Party doesn't really do anything beneficial for us, the Latino community or the black community. I guess allowing all these immigrants into the country is beneficial. They're Latinos, right? Let's be real with it. I'm Puerto Rican, so the ones that are coming through the border, they're all Spanish heritage.
The bad part about that is now our dickhead mayor, Eric Adams, he's cutting the overtime pay for all civil servants. So that's the police, fire department, all of that. So, and he's using that money to provide housing and resources for all the immigrants.
Yeah.
So what the fuck?
Yeah, man. We're going to have to go back to this because this is not the topic that we started with. Nah, but it's true because it's
all
even
connected.
James Madison High School, they sent all the students home for remote learning. And they're giving the high school over to the immigrants. They're going to house 2,000 immigrants. I think it's James Madison High School in Sheepshead Bay, Brooklyn, over there. And from what I'm hearing, the families are upset. They're
they should be. Fuck.
They've literally taken taxpayer families and telling them, listen, you got to go home and learn from home while we house people who came here illegally.
That's crazy,
and,
man.
I'm all for people having an opportunity, but, the money's not right. You know what I mean? And the city's suffering.
Suffering big time,
We're going to be in Gotham City soon, for real. It's going to be like 1982 all over again.
It's going to be like Death Wish with Charles Bronson.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, we did go left.
Yeah,
man, but
all this is connected from the power structure.
My biggest thing that I'm really interested to see is if Beyonce did something, and how her fans are gonna react to that. I'm so curious.
They protect her over everything.
Over messing with kids. I hope she didn't, but if she did, I want to see how y'all gonna react.
Yikes. The statements made by Legacy Star, not those of the Sit Down with Mr. 13. No, I only say that because is it Aaron Rodgers, who I think Jimmy Kimmel, he accused Jimmy Kimmel of being on the list?
Did he? Yeah.
And now Jimmy Kimmel is suing him?
Yeah.
So, we don't want to be sued. And that's why we're saying these names are all alleged. Do your own research.
Yeah, do your research.
Read the documents. Let us know what you find out. So we're just going off of some of the things that we're seeing online and reading in the media outlets. We're not accusing anyone of anything.
Nah, I'm just saying. It'll be interesting to see what happens.
What is going to be the fallout?
If there is any. If we see in the next 3-4 months the story dies down and we don't hear nothing about it again, then it was just pieces on the board that are being moved to keep us distracted from things. To keep us
distracted, yeah. So I guess we're going to have to come back with a part 2 follow-up in a few months.
Yeah, man.
About Epstein and his island. The Island Boys. Who are the Island Boys?
Who are the Island Boys? Wow.
Yes.
It's a scary world out there, people.
Yeah, I want to thank everyone for tuning in. I want to thank Legacy Star, a.k.a. Roger Franco, the host of The Conversation. Yeah. Check that out. We'll be coming back with some more episodes. Thank you for tuning in. Make sure you subscribe to our channel. Peace, and I'll catch you on my next episode.
Peace.